Mike, didn't look like they had much going in the first period. I had them with a really low chance total, and then they seemed to find their game, the Islanders, after that. What changed with your game that resulted in more opportunity for them?
I just think, you know, hockey's a game of momentum. You know, it's hard to dominate a period it's hard to dominate a whole game against opponents. You're gonna have moments where you can carry play. Teams are gonna have pushback. They have good players too. You know, I thought we pushed back at the same time. You know, we just didn't control the game to the level that we did in the first period. But that's a tough challenge to do that. So I don't know that we did anything you know, different. The only thing I would say is in the second period I thought we lost a little bit of momentum with our power plays, and I thought you know, I thought we played less of a north-south game. We didn't play straight ahead, and I think our team sets itself up for success when we play a north-south game. We play straight ahead. You know, we're trying to keep the puck, but you can't always keep the puck. Sometimes you got to put it behind teams, and you got to create offense different ways. And that would be, you know, my only observation coming off the bench. You know, I thought we pushed back. We had a lot of quality looks. You know, this was a similar circumstance, I think, to the way the game was played in Long Island. Instead of finding a way to win, we found a way to lose. We made a couple of mistakes that ended up in the back of our net.
What was your impression on Jarry's first game back, Coach? And did he say afterwards how he felt in terms of moving forward health-wise?
I haven't spoken to Jars afterwards. I thought he was pretty solid most of the night. You know, I think when he's at his best, he probably doesn't give up. You know, the goals late, but you know, to his defense, he hasn't played well, and so we're trying to get him into game shape. It's almost like baptism by fire here. So, you know, we've gotten him as many reps as we can in practice, trying to simulate game scenarios. You know, we got to give him a chance to get his feet under him here, and you know, and I think he'll get better with every game that he plays. It's hard to simulate that in a practice environment. So, I think Jars will get better with every game that he plays. I thought for the most part he was pretty solid.
Mike, the turnovers in the defensive zone lead to the time goal, winning goal. How do you correct that? How do you address that? Do you just address it individually, or do you address it from a team-wide perspective? Just how do you rough that in?
Well, it's a little bit of both. You know, it's a game of mistakes, and you've got to try to minimize the egregious ones, and so it's a little bit of both. You know, we'll go to work with our players. We'll watch film. We'll try to learn from the experience. We got to get better. You know, there was a lot to like about the game too. I thought we had a lot of high quality chances. We only ended up with 2 that are in the back of the net. We could have had a lot more.
Mike, at the skirmish at the end of the second period, you always tell your guys to just play. Sometimes they have to stand up for themselves. And did you think you were going to get some energy out of that?
Yeah, I think it was just hockey. You know, it's an emotional game. Both teams are they're invested out there, and it was just hockey. You know, it was, for me, that's just part of it. I think you know, I think our team did get some energy out of it.